He said, I want you to imagine prison as a pot of boiling water. He said, now anything we put into a pot of boiling water will be changed by the heat and the pressure inside that pot. He said, I'm gonna put 3 things in this pot of boiling water and watch how they change. A carrot, an egg, and a coffee bean. So this is where I first heard the story of the coffee bean, the summer of 2009 in a jail cell in Dallas County Jail. And so he walks me through it. He said, if I put a carrot in a pot of boiling water, what happened to the carrot? I'm like, the carrot's gonna turn soft. He said, that's right, but the carrot goes in the water hard and firm, but the water of the prison turns to hard carrot, soft, mushy, weak. You don't want to be a carrot. He said, what about the egg? What happened to the egg in the pot of boiling water? I'm like, the egg is gonna turn hard, like a hard-boiled egg. He said, that's right. He said, the egg has a shell that protects it on the outside, but inside that shell, that soft liquid core, the yolk, the heart becomes hard. He said, now, if your heart becomes hardened, you become incapable of giving or receiving love. He said, love's the most important thing. He said, if you become incapable of giving or receiving love, you will not come back as someone your parents recognize. And then he asked me the question. He said, what about the coffee bean? He said, what happened to the coffee bean in the pot of boiling water? And y'all, I didn't have an answer for it. I didn't know what happened to a coffee bean in a pot of boiling water. And that's when Muhammad, again, a man who looks nothing like me, a man who doesn't come from the same America that I come from, a man who doesn't believe what I believe to be true in life, a black Muslim man from the streets of Dallas encounters me, this white middle-class Christian from a little town called Port Arthur, and shares with me one of the most important and transformational messages I've ever received. He's the messenger. He said, if I put a coffee bean in that same pot of boiling water we call prison, he said, now you got to change the name of the water to coffee. Because he said the coffee bean, the smallest of the 3 things, small like you, has the power to change the entire atmosphere inside that pot because the power's inside the coffee bean. He said, just like the power's inside of you. And he said, everything else in life is going to be changed by the waters of life. Carrots are changed by the water, eggs are changed by the water, but not a coffee bean. He said, the coffee bean's the only thing that changed the water because it's the change agent. And the last words he ever said to me before the prison bus came to get me in the summer 2009, he said, hey, West, be a coffee bean.